Tonight before you sleep, try something. Turn off every light in your room. Stand still and look into the darkest corner. You already know nothing is there. You know your door is locked. You know exactly where you are. So why does your body not believe you? Why does your chest tighten just slightly? Why does your imagination suddenly switch on? Why does that corner suddenly feel like it deserves attention? You are not a child. You know better. And yet something inside you does not care what you know. Because the strange thing about being human is this. Part of your brain still behaves like night is dangerous, and for most of human history, it was. Go back. Not decades, not centuries. Hundreds of thousands of years, before walls, before locks, before electricity, before anything that made night feel safe. Your ancestors lived outside every night. No roof, no alarms, no glowing screen beside the bed, just fire. A small circle of light surrounded by everything else, and everything else was dark. Not the comfortable dark of a bedroom, real dark, the kind where you cannot see your own hand, the kind where sounds stop having sources, the kind where the world does not disappear, it just becomes impossible to read. And reading the world was how humans survived. We were never the fastest animal, never the strongest, no claws, no fangs, no armor. What humans had was vision, pattern recognition, the ability to notice movement and understand what it meant. We survived by seeing danger before danger saw us. Then the sun went down, and suddenly most of that advantage disappeared. Imagine sitting with a group of people thousands of generations ago, shoulder to shoulder around a fire, not because it was cold, because the fire was the border. Inside the light, you were a person. Outside the light, you were just a sound. And beyond that circle, nothing. Not empty, unknown. Maybe wind, maybe leaves, maybe nothing, maybe eyes. You would not know. You could not know. And that was exactly the problem. Because darkness was never the real danger. Darkness was where the danger could hide without telling you. The animals that hunted your ancestors were built for this. Silent movement, better low-light vision, bodies made for night. They did not need to see you clearly, they only needed you to stop seeing them. So something happened, not in one generation, over thousands. The humans who ignored strange sounds disappeared. The ones who checked the darkness one more time survived. The ones who woke up, the ones who hesitated, the ones whose bodies assumed the worst. Not because they were smarter, not because they were stronger, because they lived long enough to become your ancestors. Generation after generation, that caution stayed. Until eventually it stopped being a habit and became human nature. Deep inside your brain is something older than language, older than logic. A system that does not ask whether danger is real, only whether it could be. Part of that system includes a structure called the amygdala, and it moves fast. When the lights go out, it does not wait for evidence. Your heart speeds up, your pupils widen, your hearing sharpens, your body prepares before your thoughts catch up. Not because something is there, because for most of human history, waiting to be certain was dangerous. But the strangest part is this: your brain does not go quiet in darkness. It starts creating. With less information coming in, it starts predicting, filling gaps. That coat becomes a shape. That shape feels alive. That corner feels occupied. Your brain is not malfunctioning. It is doing exactly what kept people alive. When information disappears, assume the possibility of danger. Because for most of history, being wrong in daylight cost embarrassment. Being wrong at night could cost everything. Psychologists have a name for part of this tendency: hyperactive agency detection. Your brain would rather imagine something is there than miss the moment something actually is. That is why darkness feels different. Not because darkness itself scares us, but darkness removes certainty, and humans do not like uncertainty, even now. Many adults who say they are not afraid of the dark still show physical signs of stress in genuine darkness. Their bodies react before their thoughts do. The thinking comes later, the reaction comes first. Because your body remembers things that your conscious mind never lived through, and maybe that explains something else. Why darkness feels easier when someone else is there. Another person does not magically make the room safer, but somewhere deep inside, your brain recognizes an ancient pattern. You are not alone. The group is here. You will probably make it till morning. For most of human history, other people were a kind of safety, a kind of light. Today, the world is different. Locked doors, electric lights, warm houses, no predators outside the window. The problem changed, but your brain changed slowly. Technology moved. Evolution stayed behind. Your rational mind understands the room, but another part of you is still outside, still beside the fire, still watching the darkness, still listening, still running the calculation that kept every ancestor you had alive long enough to become your ancestor. So tonight, when the lights go out and something inside you tightens for just a second, do not dismiss it. That is not weakness. That is not irrational. That is memory. Memory written into your nervous system by people who survived nights you will never see. And somewhere underneath the locked door, the warm bed, and everything you know to be safe, there is still a human sitting beside a fire, watching the dark, waiting for morning, and for one small moment, you become them again. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. There's a lot more buried inside being human.